Hello everybody, it's Mary again with Orion's Corner, and I am going to show you how to make these really fun dangle earrings that you can use a variety of different stones. I am specifically making these to match the necklace that I had in the last tutorial. It was out of the Jasper stone and the Jasper beads here and kind of a bronzy chain. So we're going to do this and have fun with this because these are really kind of cute. So this is what we're looking at, and what you will need will be just some small rondelle stones. These are the Jasper ones that are about 10 by 5. You'll need 3 for each earring. Then you will need some chip beads. These are my Jasper chip beads, and I'm using 9 for each earring. So you'll need a total of 18 of those, and have a nice variety out because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and you just kind of have to play with what works best. You'll need some head pins. These are my vintage or kind of bronzy looking ones. And these are, looks like 2 inches. Yes, 2 inches. Don't really need 2 inches, but that's the smallest I had. Okay, so head pin, not a loop because I'm not putting anything on the bottom. You'll need 6 of those, 3 for each ear. You'll need some earring wires. Again, these are some bronze ones, some fish wires. And then you'll need a necklace chain style that you like. I am using the chain that I used with the necklace, and I'll show you how I incorporate that. Really kind of cool. So very specifically, we're going to start out like this. I am going to need 3 loops for each earring. I want big, little, big, which means this one's not going to be used. Big, little, big. So I'm going to take the first one off, and I am being really stingy and saving these little connectors inside. So I'm going to take this one off, which you really do need your needle nose pliers because you just can't get to it otherwise. Thin that out. And then voila. So there's my first one. And like I said, I don't need this middle one, so I'm going to kind of leave it hooked up to these connectors just because you never know when I might need those, and put that to the side. So again, I need big, little, big. Going to take it off from here. You could cut them if you don't have to be like this. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. That's for each earring, okay? Put these guys up here just a little bit. Now I'm going to take my head pins and go ahead and put these dangle pieces together. I'm going to start with a big one and 3 chip beads, chip rocks, whatever. I don't like that one. I need to get rid of that one. The hole is so close to the side of it that I'm thinking it wouldn't take much to break it. And I keep leaving it in my stack. And here's the deal. That was a little hard getting down, but I got it. So sometimes you're playing with your chip beads, your chip stones. 2. Let me see this one. 3. Being a little stinker there. Okay, so there's 1. Done. I'm going to do another one now. Same thing. The rondelle on the bottom and the 3 chip pieces on top. Kind of like to have at least 1 thick one in there, and then I might have some flat ones. I don't want to use all flat ones. There's another one. And then here is my last one for this one earring. Again, the rondelle. Pretty quick to make these. It doesn't take long. They're pretty easy. Again, you can use any rondelles and chip stones you like, any colors that match and go well together, any kind of chain. Don't like that one either. I feel like, you never use all these chip pieces too. And then we'll get this third one in here. Okay, now that I've got that, that's going to be for the first earring. Move those out of the way. I'm going to make my little loops on top. I could do it the old-fashioned way, but I'm going to cheat and use my loop maker. This is just the 1.5 millimeter loop maker, okay? So I have not had any problem with these busting. Sometimes if I get too close, they bust, but this does not have a problem. I'm gonna do that in slow motion for you here again too. So you can kind of see how it goes in case you decide to get one of these. These are available on Amazon. A lot of jewelry stores even have these. But you're gonna take this long piece, put it underneath the stick sticking up, and then underneath the loopy part, there's technical terms, I'm sure, for this, but then there's a hole where it's going to go out on the other side, and that keeps it stabilized. I try to go down as close as I can, depending on the stone. If you go down too close, though, it will sometimes chip the stone. Okay, and I lost a stone. Okay, so I don't think it chipped it. I think the stone was ready to go because I didn't hear anything. That just completely busted. So we'll have to redo that one. I'll do this one again. So that can happen, just FYI. But usually I hear it if it's going to chip it. Okay, and that one looks good. So I have 1, 2. So I'm going to have to just string another one. Let me take this one apart and just reuse that rondelle. And I'll have to get another head pin for the other side. But here we go. 1 rondelle, a chip. Let's find one that doesn't have a hole too close to the edge. Another chip. Let's get one that's a little darker. Let me see if this one works. That one. Okay, so this will be another one that we're going to use this with. Again, take it, put it in there, have it go through the hole that goes through the back. Bring it down, hold it tight, and then I kind of just finagle that. Sometimes if I'm not careful, though, I do too much finagling and I could have broken it. So voila, I've got my 3 dangle pieces, and I'm going to attach them now to my chain. So easy, very easy to do. But I'm going to put one down here in the middle, and then I'm going to tell you this, just so they dangle kind of in a nice manner. Dangle one here, the other one's going to go on this side of the connectors, and the last one's going to go on the right side of the connectors. I don't want them to all be on the same side of the connectors, all on the left or all on the right. So the bottom one is just plop it down. There we go. And then I'll close that loop up. Looking good. Okay, so the middle one, I'm going to put left or right, just as long as the top one's not the same. Ooh, that baby's kind of, that is close. I'm going to have to open this one up because I don't think it will work otherwise. Okay, so here goes the middle one. I'll close it back up by bringing it over to the side. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up a little bit. Make sure it's where I want it. Yes, so now that I did that one on the right, I will do this one on the left, the other one. Which, you know, they kind of run away from you. And that being said, I might be able to slip that one in there. There we go. And I'll just tighten that one up. Sometimes it's easier to tighten up if I hold the top part and let the loop dangle down. I just don't want that baby to come out. Okay, perfect. All we have left would be the ear wire. And that would be the first of your set of earrings. So you take your ear wire, a little French style, undo the bottom loop just a little bit by turning it towards you or away from you. Connect my top piece in there. And then you got to hold that ball up so you can put this back where it goes. Then I'm going to just make sure it is nice and tight. There we go. Cool. Voila. There's the first earring. Okay. So that's how you do that. You do the second one the same way, and you've got your dangle earrings. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.